Should we bring up the the funniest thing happening this week?
Folks, sexual assault.
Sexual assault is back. That's how you know the pandemic's over, because people are getting canceled.
People are
raping. We got a backlog of 3 years of pandemic rapes, and now the chickens have come home to roost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is
cluck.
What is roosting?
I think it's when they sit their fat asses on those eggs.
What does that mean when the chickens come home to roost?
It's when the hoes sit on
the farmer's been out raping chickens, and then after the pandemic
roosting.
They come home and they're like,
yep.
Is that what roosting is?
I believe so.
The fellas are getting roosted. The Comedy Central roost of, you say it. You say the guy's name. I don't know him. He's your friend.
He's not my friend.
You were like, this guy's so cool, dude.
Comedian Louis C.K. I think I was a big fan of Louis.
No, not Louis. Say it. You say it.
Who?
Say his name.
Say his name?
We've had a lot of we almost got Kanye on the show before he said the swastika is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
We were very close. And now I think we can say it. Who the fuck cares? We were before we had Gene DeNapping on the show, we had someone cancel, and that person is in the news.
Yeah, not.
Why
John
are we
Bon
afraid
Jovi.
to say it? We used to be unafraid to take. Those guys will say anything.
Yeah.
Now we're like, I don't know. Now we have rent or something. And now we're.
I would never say anything. What
do
are you
you
talking
mean?
about? I would do racist voices. That's not saying anything.
And racist words.
I'm doing literally. I've spent the last 6 years doing Looney Tunes, 1940s Looney Tunes level comedy. I stopped popping off about anything.
You were doing like. Have
you heard a fucking word from me about the vaccines? You know how I feel about that shit. I haven't said a word.
You have not said a word.
I've not. Yeah, I spent the last 2 years keeping my mouth zipped up.
Yeah, that's why they call you Nick Terms of Service Mullen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you used to be. I guess you were doing some goofy anti-Japanese, anti-German cartoons.
I'm basically Elmer Fudd. I'm not Joe Rogan.
All right, yeah. So I don't know if it's necessary to say we were gonna have that fella on the show, but
no, you were all happy about it.
I wasn't happy about it. I was happy we were trying to find a guest.
You were like, I'm texting him and he's so cool.
I didn't actually, and I got his number and said he was gonna come on the show, and then he never responded because he had to.
I didn't even know who he was.
I didn't even know who
I thought
he
it was just
either.
one of Brandon Wardell's sneaker friends.
Yeah,
he's one of these Zoomers that gets famous for wearing sneakers.
Yeah. So anyway, we can talk about it.
So talk about it. It's the Adam Friedland
It's your
show.
thing. It's the thing that you've been reading about for the last.
I've been
3
reading
days.
about it for different reasons because I didn't know who the guy is, and I'll get into my fascination.
I didn't
with
really
him.
know who the guy is either.
Except you text with him all the time.
I don't text with him all the time. Someone I know knows him, and he said he would come on the show.
What's
and
the
he
name?
did not respond to my reply and say, "Are you down to shoot tomorrow?"
What's the name of his program? Don't be afraid.
Why don't you say the name?
Because it's the Adam Friedland show.
So what? You want that I have to
You
say?
have to
it?
take the lead. You have to. This is center left. It's not time for you to do center left.
So okay, yeah, I guess we can go on the record and say we were going to have this guy.
Say his name.
What do you mean?
Say his name.
I kind of forgot his name.
No, you didn't.
What's his name?
You say his name.
Andrew.
Andrew what?
Cunanan.
No. Say his name.
Yeah.
Say
We're
his
going to
name.
have the guy Callaghan.
Say
We're
his
going to
name.
have him on the show.
There you go.
Yeah, and we weren't. Neither of us really knew who he was, but we knew that he had a lot of heat. He had a lot of clout.
I didn't know anything.
I didn't really know anything either.
Yeah. No.
I thought when they said he was
not
a
supposed to-
street journalist, I thought he was one of those kids that's like, would you let your girl run train for $500,000?
I'll get into it now.
I thought he was one of those.
This
guys.
is the thing that blew me.
I thought he was one of those guys with the cell phone that's like, would you watch your girl get trained?
I'm so fucking
would
out
you
of
watch
it.
someone run train?
I'm out of the loop. I had no idea. I thought this was a guy that did like wacky man on the street interviews.
I thought it was jaywalking. I thought he was doing.
I
thought he was doing jaywalking.
I thought it was Billy on the street.
Yeah.
Right. So now there's all this.
Who's also been accused of.
There's all this hullabaloo about a little whatever he did. I don't know. I don't give a shit. But I'm reading the reactions. and seeing these this is the thing. I have no idea who any streamers are. I didn't know.
I know Hassan.
Yeah.
That's the only streamer that I know.
Hassan, because I've had maybe one or two conversations with the guy.
And I know R. Kelly. He's another type of streamer, but that's the golden stream.
He is a streamer, but I don't consume any of this YouTube Zoomer culture stuff.
Yes.
Because I'm old. And like I said, I thought this was just a comedy guy. And the reactions from some of these children saying that they've lost the greatest journalist of their lifetime. And I'm like, was this guy doing something I was not aware of? And so I watched some of these videos, and it's like, what?
He says nothing.
What do they think journalism
I don't understand what it is.
Yeah, what is journalism?
Maybe it's making us seem really old.
Yeah, well, that's the
because
thing.
I think a lot of our fans are probably really into that shit too.
It's the Principal Skinner thing where it's like, no, it's the children. I'm going to assume that I'm wrong. And I don't know what, quote unquote, this is an expression.
I don't know what this hip hop music is all about.
This is a phrase I've seen numerous times in relation to this guy. Groundbreaking journalism.
What does he do, though? He just interviews like fat people and ugly people.
But it's not even interviews. It's just like a bunch of cuts of like going up to like somebody wearing fireworks in a Donald Trump hat, and they're like, would like say something. And then of course it's fucking insane because they're like a living Facebook meme. And then, but even then, it's like the reaction as if this is an unseen part of American culture and not something that's been drilled down our fucking throats for the last 4 years as this dangerous threat.
Right.
That somebody's a fucking aunt on Facebook.
Yeah, interviewing mentally handicapped people has been like something that's been going on for a very long time.
But they're not even mentally handicapped people, are they?
Well, I don't. Yeah, probably not. No, they're just Donald Trump supporters.
Right. He's just interviewing like basically bumper stickers.
Yeah.
He's going up to somebody in a parking lot with a bunch of fucking bumper stickers and say, "Hey, what's all this about?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, fucking Obama's a lizard person." And then people are like, "Wow, a dark side of American society," as if not like what the entire world's impression of us is.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
That's just an avatar for.
That's
like,
not a dark. You know what?
You know what
the
people
dark
think we are.
Look, and I'm sorry, not to make this about me, but you know what a dark side of American culture is?
Go off.
The hermit crab form.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The people on the hermit crab forms.
Thank you.
That's who knew about that before my quote unquote groundbreaking journalism.
You broke that. They were just doing that on the internet.
It's fucking insane.
And you did a journalism on it.
No, it's nuts. People are like, oh, well, he made this documentary about January 6th. Wow, I haven't heard anything about January 6th.
Well, my girlfriend, she said
they're acting like he did Spotlight.
She said she watched it, and she said, by the way, she wouldn't have watched it had she not heard that he was accused of sexual assault. Yeah. I think it was probably good press for them. Mm-hmm. But she said she watched it, and she said he didn't even go to January 6th.
Yeah.
He didn't show up because he got COVID.
Ariel Pink did, though. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Ariel Pink was there.
Yeah.
Best friend of the show. Mm-hmm. He was there.
Ariel Pink.
John Mouse was there.
Ariel Pink was taking shots at Callaghan on Twitter.
What was he saying?
I don't know. He tweeted at somebody. He's like, where's your boy Andrew?
No, but like you were saying yesterday, and Mai brought it up to me. She was like, there was one good part where a guy was like, Hillary Clinton's a pedophile, and then he like looked up and he saw that the guy was a pedophile. Mm-hmm. But like you were saying yesterday, like this guy, like he was also.
Well, everybody made that point. But
everyone made that point. Okay.
Yeah, it's like so what? This guy's saying Joe Biden's a pedophile. First of all,
but by that logic, he would also think that Joe Biden was a pedophile.
Yeah,
right?
but also too, it's like,
or I don't know if this guy's accused of pedophilia. I haven't even looked into.
I don't even think that's really how projection works.
Yeah,
it's like this guy might.
That's not what projection is.
This guy might hate something about himself, so when he recognizes it truthfully in other people, he also doesn't like that. But that doesn't mean that Joe Biden's not a pedophile.
Right, both things can be true.
What this guy is...
And we're also not saying he is a pedophile.
What this guy is, this QAnon guy at the end that's the pedophile or whatever, he's the movie Black Hat, you know, where like the FBI gets the best hacker in the world.
Who's also sexy and knows how to fight.
Right. This guy is like, if I want to be like, who in this room's a garbage man? You know who I'd ask? My friend who's a garbage man. I would say, just based on your instinct, who else do you think would be a garbage man? So like projection or whatever you want to call it is a pretty useful tool.
Sure.
So if I wanted to know who in government is a pedophile, who I would want making those accusations more than anybody is this weird old man that had sex with an 8-year-old boy.
Yeah. Was that what that guy did?
That's what I saw in that clip.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
It is very funny that he almost came on the show.
Yeah, so it's weird because I don't really pay attention to this stuff, but I just got so sucked into it, seeing people act like fucking like they compare him to Hunter S. Thompson,
like gonzo journalism.
Yeah,
like he was like Fear and Loathing on the campaign trail.
Yeah, but he also didn't go to January 6th.
He wasn't even at January 6th.
He's the guy that just doesn't turn his phone off.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Listen, we're trying to make a nice center-left.
Not for nothing, but this is Zoomers probably don't know this. This is how people used to treat Tim Pool.
Right.
Like during Occupy, everyone was like, "Oh, Tim Pool."
Yeah, everyone makes fun of that guy now.
Yeah, everyone hates him now.
For 5 minutes, people were respecting on that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You were reading a really good one off that Reddit yesterday. I told you to screenshot.
Oh yeah, let me.
We just gotta read these comments.
This is fucking insane.
Listen, like the thing that we're reacting to here is the reaction to it, which is truly entertaining.
Which is not only truly entertaining, it's groundbreaking journalism.
The journalism. This is actual journalism. Mm-hmm. Is just documenting these fucking 12-year-olds' response. Wait, let me see. What do they say?
This is from the Reddit. All of this falling apart like this is on you. We had a good thing, you stupid son of a bitch. We had Saddam, whatever the fuck that is. We had HBO.
Wait, Saddam Hussein?
Saddam is maybe that's one of the other guys in the fucking fan.
I don't fucking know.
We had HBO. We had everything we ever needed. It all ran like clockwork. You could have shut your mouth, made content, and made as much money as you ever needed. It was perfect. But no, you just had to blow it up. You and your dick and your ego.
You and your dick.
You just had to be the man. If you'd done your interviews, left girls alone, we'd all be fine right now. I mean, this is
insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so sad, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do these people think?
Yeah.
I guess that's. I mean.
Now I gotta check again. Now you got me back into it.
We gotta go.
Reddit.
We just gotta read these comments the entire episode.
Channel 5.
Nick was just sitting here reading these to me yesterday, and I was dying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get it.
I thought it was called All Gas, No Brakes.
Mm-hmm.
What's Channel
all these?
5?
There's a lot of people that are like, I can't believe this. I bought all of the T-shirts.
Oh, they did the merch drops.
Yeah.
I guess that's how our guys act.
No,
but we're not doing journalism.
I don't know anybody. Nobody's regretted buying my T-shirts.
Yeah, I guess people like the T-shirts.
People have regretted thinking Cumtown was ever funny, which that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
That's the nature of humor, is that it's ephemeral.
No, the nature of liking anything is like, oh, that was gay. I never actually liked it.
Yeah, because it imbues narrative. Because
of course.
You consume the crux of all this parasocial thing is that it is impossible to consume somebody from a distance as entertainment.
Yeah,
and not expect narrative arcs that are inculcated into people for millennia. Mm-hmm. So that's why you always want to see a triumph and then a downfall or whatever. It's like that's
a narrative. No one wants to see it consistent.
I don't think it's based on any kind of maliciousness in people that they want to see people fail. It's that they can't, they want a story. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
But then after the downfall, they want the phoenix rising from the ashes.
Maybe sometimes.
They want the return to Jesus moment.
Well, I guess that's how you get that with, like, I mean, who's very good at that is the right. That happens all the time. It's fucking, well, I guess it's like liberals that just, like, rehabilitate people. But remember when, because they did with, like, Glenn Beck, sort of. kind of.
Yeah, they're like, he got glasses.
He put glasses. He with the lens crafters.
Glasses.
People are like, oh, he thinks he can make a time machine. So
they're like, actually, you remember Glenn Beck, that crazy bastard?
Yeah.
He actually thinks Donald Trump is
the funniest.
Scary.
The funniest of all of them was when they did it with Sean Spicer, who's like has no political utility whatsoever.
Yeah, he was a nobody before.
He's fucking
He was a nobody.
Just some loser.
He was the end of the bench.
Yeah, right.
He was like one of the 3 guys that would work with Trump.
Yeah, and then they did the Sean Spicer welcome to the team thing.
And they were like, actually,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just people wanting to cancel merchandise.
So people are mad they bought hoodies.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. Yeah, I don't even really understand what a streamer is. Does Hassan just do that all day long?
First of all, this is all Hassan's fault.
For being too sexy?
Literally.
I kind of feel what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. No, literally, because, like, Hassan, and look, I don't have a problem with Hassan. I don't consume any of his content. I don't really know anything about him.
I don't know how to.
We've had 2 or 3.
I know how to see on Twitter.
It's also whatever. Yeah, the guy's sexy, so that's the way the world works.
He's a piece of ass.
That's the way the world works. It's attractive people get to do whatever they want, and you just feel good for them.
Yeah, you're like, go off.
That's it. But Hassan will attract all of these people that think all you have to do is the politics, and then you can reach that level, and you can't. You're just going to be a different kind of rapist. Right. You know what I mean? Hassan will never get... Hassan could probably actually rape somebody and not get canceled, because who's going to regret fucking that guy?
No.
You know what I mean?
It's impossible.
Nobody's going to ever look at that guy and be like, oh, what did I do? You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen.
With his strong arms.
Right. He could rape somebody at 2 guns to their head. Fucking just 2 nickel-plated 45s to their head, just fully raping them with a knife, and saying no the entire time. And then Hassan will be like, "Yeah, so I'll call you later." And he'll be like, "Okay." You know? Wow, Hassan likes me.
Yeah. The problem is when you try to do the politics, but you don't look like that.
You don't look like that.
That's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem. Tim Pool that guy looks like shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Tim Pool raped anyone.
I'm just saying. He'll get celebrated, but listen, dude, you're not sexy enough to like be bulletproof.
Mm-hmm.
The only 2 bulletproof sexy men in America are probably Hassan and Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only 2.
Well, Donald Trump just acts like a black guy. That's like you're like, did you rape somebody? He's like, let me put this straight to you. I get pussy.
I get pussy.
No, we were talking about that the other night. I remember.